greetings, beloved of God. It's another beautiful week that God has blessed us with. I'm so grateful to you for always making time with me on this channel, helping support this channel, pushing the message and the content we put up here to the glory of God and for the benefit of the souls of men. Once again, if you're new on this channel, kindly hit the subscription button, hit the post notification and get notified anytime we upload a new video. God bless you, and we are here for another video.
We're going to protect Christianity, and I can say that. I don't have to be politically correct, or we're going to protect it.
So last week, my mother sent me a video in the chat, in a message that she sent to me, and she said, "What's your opinion?" She asked me what my opinion was. I laughed and I said we would discuss it. So today I want us to make a reaction to this video my mother sent me, and then we will discuss. So let's go and get a video. I'll come back and we will go into it.
Even what belongs to God, we don't give it to the poor, because the reason why they are poor, nobody knows. It's not every poor person you have mercy upon. Some of them are going through the punishment of seed time and harvest. That's why even sometimes give it to the poor, you need discernment. Even what belongs to God, we don't give it to the poor, because the reason why they are poor, nobody knows. It's not every poor person you have mercy upon. Some of them are going through the punishment of seed time and harvest. That's why even sometimes give it to the poor, you need discernment.
Okay, so this is Reverend Dr. R.E.A.P.P, and I think he's quite popular. People know him around, especially here in Ghana, and this is what he has said. And he's been trending on the on the internet, on social media, I must say, on Twitter, on Instagram. He's been trending. People are not too happy with what he has said. Of course, when my mother sent this to me, I had to go and then look at the video well and see what really he has said, what really he meant to say, and what really the message of what he has said is. And so two things he said in the video. Two things. One, he said, you don't have to give what belongs to God to the poor. And then he said also that it is not every poor person that you must help, because some of the poor people are being punished by the devil. So we are going to look at these two things he said, and then we will see whether he's wrong or he's right, or many of those bashing him on social media are also wrong or they are also right. So first and foremost, he said that you do not have to give what belongs to God to the poor. Or I can say, you do not have to give what belongs to God to any other man. What is meant for God should remain God's, should remain for God. But I think that this thing he said has two sides to it. This thing he has said has two sides to it, and we have to be careful in reacting to him or in, responding to him. Now, the first side of what he has said is the fact that, yes, you cannot give what is meant or named as God's. You cannot give that to, a human being or a poor person just like that. Now, let me give you this example or this scenario. Now, if my father has an account, a bank account, and I'm a signatory to the account, my father has traveled, I cannot reach him. Now, I need money to pay for my fees. And because I am a signatory to my father's account, I go to the bank, I make a withdrawal on the account, and I use the money to pay for my fees. Do you think that my father will be angry at me when he comes and finds out that I signed on his account and I withdrew money from his account to pay for my fees? Of course he will not, because he knows that the education that I have taken the money from his account to pay for is also something that he has interest in. He actually wants me to, be able to have that education. And so he will not be angry with me. It is the same with this thing that the pastor has said, that if God knows that I am a servant, I am his child, and I need help, I need money, and I give, or somebody gives what is meant for him to me, God will not be angry. God will not be so agitated, because he understands that even he himself has my interest at heart. He wants me to be comfortable. He wants me to survive. And so if what is meant for him is given to me, to feed me, how does God get angry? How does that become a sin? Now, the other side of the coin is that if I have access to my father's account and I go in the account to make a withdrawal and, abuse the money, misuse the money, I care less about my father's account, then my father can be angry because I am using his money carelessly. I am not, giving consideration to the fact that he may have a budget for the money. That my father will be angry. And so what is not meant for a human being or a poor person, when it is named for God, is that time when, I have just spent what is meant for God because I don't care about God, I don't care, I just want to, use it, then God can be angry, or God will be angry. But if God understands the fact that my child needs this money, God is not going to be angry because it has been given to me, or because I have spent it. This is the first one that he said. The second part of what he said that it is not every poor person that you must help, because some of them are even being punished by the devil. Some of them are suffering the consequences of their evil they have done. But that, I think, is not correct. Of course, we see those things in the movies where you give somebody money and they use it for, for some charms against you. They bewitch you. They try to use the gift you have given to them to do something. But Jesus did not teach us that. In Matthew chapter 6, verse number 1 to 4, when Jesus was telling us to give to the poor, he did not make any distinctions or differentiations, between poor people. That give to poor people who are poor because they were born into, poor families. Jesus did not say that. Jesus did not say that don't give to poor people who have become poor because they mismanage their wealth they had before. Jesus did not say that. He did not categorize poor people. He said, give to the poor. What the cause of somebody's poverty is none of my business. It's none of your business. It's none of, nobody's business. What we should be concerned with is the fact that Jesus says, take care of the poor. He said, the poor will always be with you. He didn't say the true poor people who have been poor, or who are poor because they are, they are from poor homes, are going to be with you forever. No, he did not say that. He said the poor are going to be with you forever. Take care of them. So I don't have to, I don't have to go and investigate what has been the cause, or what is the cause of somebody's poverty before I decide to help the person. No. Again, in Luke 12, verse number 31, when Jesus said, sell your possessions and give it to the poor, he didn't tell that rich man to go look for people who are poor genuinely, people who are poor because God has made them poor, because God is the one that made them poor. Give them to the poor. The poor is the poor. So we don't concern ourselves with how somebody has become poor. We only have a charge to give to the poor. In Luke 14, verse 12 to 14, when Jesus was, talking about a parable, and then he said, when you have a party or a banquet, go and bring the poor people, go and bring the lame people, go and bring the blind people, go and bring the people who are not fortunate, people who cannot pay you back. Go and bring such people to your banquet. He did not say, go and look for, cripples who were born crippled. Don't go for those who have been crippled because they were misbehaving and they fell and they broke their legs. Don't go for people who don't go for a poor person or a blind person who has become blind because he went chasing after somebody's wife and the eye was hit. A blind man is a blind man. A cripple is a cripple. A lame man is a lame man. A poor man is a poor man. We don't concern ourselves with how they became so. We only have a charge to take care of them. Again, in Matthew chapter 25, when Jesus was talking about the fact that as you did not do for the poor, you did not do for me, as you did not do for your neighbor, you did not do for me, he mentioned the fact that I was hungry, you didn't give me food. I was thirsty, you didn't give me water. I was naked, you didn't clothe me. I was in prison, you did not visit me. He didn't say I was in prison because somebody, slandered me or somebody, accused me falsely. That, when you go to the prisons, look for those who are there because they have been falsely accused. Don't go for the armed robbers. Don't go for the rapists. Don't go for those who have done wrong things. Go for the prisoners. Generally, they are all prisoners. Don't, say that this person is naked because he sold all his clothes for drugs. Yes, he is naked. Your duty is to the naked, not to the one who has, become a drug addict and has sold all his clothes. Or you don't have that charge to investigate. We don't have that charge. And that is where I think that, the man of God got it wrong. And he has, given himself up for the ridicule and the criticisms and the bashing of many people on social media. I just want to, let us know that sometimes we should be careful with the way we divide scripture, with the way we preach scripture, because we kind of give, people that hate Christianity the opportunity to always come and ridicule us and criticize us wrongly. Jesus never taught any of the things that this man of God have said in this short video. I must be honest, he may have said something different in the full video, but this is what we have and this is what we are reacting to. And for this video, I think the man of God got certain things wrong. And I hope I have explained this well to my mother and to all those who have found this very useful and important. God bless you, and I'll see you again next week. I love you. Bye-bye.
We're going to protect Christianity, and I can say that. I don't have to be politically correct, or we're going to protect it.